I like that. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Laughing in Different Languages. And today we have a very special guest, Jana. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
The year was 1992. I've been doing comedy for about 3 years. But as I always say, I also used to work in bars, and that's basically the same thing. You need to entertain drunk people. Serious comedians tell me that, like, no, it's not the same thing. And I'm like, dude, it's a joke. I've been a menace long before that.
Perfect.
I perform mostly in English, Russian, and then Estonian. Because my native language is Russian. If you couldn't tell by my accent, English I consider my second language, and Estonian my third language.
What would you say is one of the main challenges in these three languages, according to humor?
The main issue for me sometimes is the audience. Not to make assumptions, but very often in the Russian-speaking audience, the Venn diagram of people who go to see comedy and people who do not share my values is like thick butt.
Yes.
But also, they're just very different languages. Like English is very funny. It's easy to do quick wordplay, and then most of that material is untranslatable to Russian and vice versa, and Russian language sharp phrases and verbiage, and you can say pizdanutaya, and that, like, and that's not like fucked up, it's not crazy, it's not like cuckoo, it's like pizdanutaya. It's like it has a different, it's like pungent, it has a taste to it. And then in English, you cannot do that with words. You can do that with like sentences. And then with Estonian, it's just that it's the language that I speak the least. I don't have enough social references and cultural references connected to the Estonian language. Yeah. My first joke that I wrote was in Estonian, telling people like, yo, can I bum a cigarette? But I will give you a joke.
Giving them like a little bit of a teaser to follow you and stuff like that.
It was like a wordplay on like one of the less offensive slurs for Russian-speaking people in Estonia.
Do you think it's ever okay for people to steal jokes from the internet?
Если шутка плохо лежала. There's a difference between stealing and reappropriating or appropriating. If you like generally just read like the only point of a pun is like that wordplay that is there and you just read it off the internet, then like that's not okay. Like I wouldn't consider that writing jokes, like I wouldn't want to go see that. But if you take a premise or specific wordplay and you put it into a larger joke, because there is one joke, my favorite Jesus joke, I did hear somewhere, but like I do add like a lot of stuff in there, is okay. The question that gets asked about all art ever, oh, did you plagiarize this beat? Yes. All art is derivative. You always derive your ideas from the collective social consciousness that you grew up in. And so it's just a point of, are you adding yourself to it or not? And if you're adding yourself, then that's just getting inspired by.
I share the same thoughts. As you said, in the world of art, what is an original and what is a copy?
Am I gonna get a grade after this? My daddy-laddie issues make me want to crave approval.
Is crowd work a skill that every comedian should have?
It just depends on your style and what you're bringing. If you're bringing a lot of thought-provoking, well-written novel style, then you don't have to have crowd work. And different styles for different people. Different people enjoy different things. There are people who just want to get drunk and like shout out things from the audience and get humiliated. Yeah, be shamed in front of an audience. That's a kink. We don't kink shame. They are allowed to do that, and they should go to see those comedians then. And then there are other people who just want to listen and laugh in an Estonian way, in like a quiet way, without making any sound, and just like nod along.
Do you have any clean material yourself?
I'm not sure. I never tried to write like clean. I did one corporate event. One guy like went to see one of our shows. He asked me afterwards, like, oh, can we book you for a corporate thing? I was like, yeah, you can contact Pussy Jam. And he's like, no, you. And I was like, okay. So they asked for me specifically. It was not that considered corporate level. Somebody wanted me. But I did accidentally tell a lady to suck a dick because it's part of a joke, and she was the only one who interacted with it, and that's it much. This was not my fault, but it was like, if you want to, if you don't want to, don't do it. Too much weird stuff there, but I have a lot of like weird material.
How do you recover from bombing? You
You
can say, I
invest,
don't bomb.
you launch an investigation into yourself, and then you tell the world, preferably in a language that the people you bombed in front of do not understand. You tell them that you didn't bomb. And if you did, the audience was not worth your proper material.
The
And then
clearly.
and then you call them anti-Semitic if they say that you like still bombed. I'm Jewish, but it's all good. If you say that you need to recover from it, it seems like it's a very drastic thing. Say, haha, lol, and you like make jokes about that, and then you just continue further. It's just like part of performing in general. Like there's always times when you flop. And the good thing about being a comedian is that like if you're a ballerina and you flopped, you will break a leg probably. But like you cannot use that in your future material.
Finish this sentence. I do stand up because
I have ADHD and am autistic.
very good. My favorite topic to joke about is
Imagine asking a little child what their favorite ice cream is.
all of
And
it.
torment it puts them through. Yes. But I like wordplay. Like things that tickle your brain. That make you go not like ha ha ha, but like aha.
Ah,
Like I like
yes,
that type of humor.
very good. My colleagues are
Mostly women.
perfect.
I wanted to say mentally unstable, but some of them are actually mentally stable. So
Balance it out.
we accept them as they are. We
Exactly.
accept them with their sanity, sobriety, like stable income. We accept the
We accept
deviancy.
don't enjoy.
Dot.
Full stop.
No,
That's a sentence.
I don't enjoy jokes that are not funny.
Very simple but wise.
Mostly goes towards people who are trying to be edgy, and so they just say offensive and mean and cruel things, and they say that it's like, oh, like it's just a joke, but like a joke has to be funny. I have a lot of very questionable jokes that do have a sexist or mostly sexist premise, but like that are based on some like stereotypical shit. Like even me using the Russian accent and talking about shoplifting in the Russian accent, but like that can be racist, right? But like if there's a joke in it and it's not at the expense, but like at least if there's a joke in it, put some effort in it,
I like it. And lastly, is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience?
I would like to share everything because comedy is an important part of comedy for me because I also do activism. One of the jobs I do is for a feminist NGO. For me, all art is political, and stand-up also is an art form. And also, it's like very hard to separate yourself from the things that you feel and think are important. So for me, since it says here I am apolitical. Political. Not for me, it's inseparable because that's who I am and what I think on a daily basis. So that is what I also put in my material. Because some people are like, oh, comedy is like not a place to be political and like to put out statements. But like, no, comedy started from the image of a jester in a king's court has always been a person who can say the truth, but disguise it as a joke.
Yeah.
And that was like the same with artists. Artists say the things that are forbidden for others to say or other people feel uncomfortable to say. And so, yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much. Is there somewhere we can follow you?
You can find me everywhere. I'm Bar Creature everywhere because we do not assume gender and we do not assume species. We do pussy jam comedy. I do everything all at once.
Very good. Thank you so much, Jana, for joining us. This was Laughing in Different Languages. Please follow us and follow Jana at Bar Creature. Thank you.